Hello and welcome to the March 22nd, 2010 video version of InvestEd Central's Chart of the Day. I'm Tom Bowley, InvestEd Central's Chief Market Strategist, and it's my pleasure to provide you with today's Chart of the Day. This Chart of the Day is brought to you by stochastics.com, simply the web's best financial charts. Today we are featuring Best Buy, ticker symbol BBY. This is a little over $17 billion specialty retailer. If you take a look at the stock, actually I do want to mention that on Thursday Best Buy will be reporting its earnings. But if you take a look at the chart, first thing that really stands out is this black candle. This is a reversing candlestick off of a trending stock or index, and you can see Best Buy has been trending higher for quite some time. Had a big gap up on Friday, but failed to sustain it. In fact, the open was basically the high of the day. Stock sold off. You can see that the volume was about twice the normal volume. Normally they trade about 7 million shares. They traded over 14 million shares on Friday. So the gap up and the failure to sustain that move, closing below the open, printing this black candle, certainly makes this rally look a little bit suspect here in the near term. The MACD, though, is very solid, pointing straight up. So based on that, I would expect that any weakness would be fairly short-lived. So keep that in mind, especially with earnings coming out on Thursday. I would not hold the stock long or short into that earnings report. Also, I want to mention that the RSI, you can see it's 72, stochastics at 90. So we've got overbought momentum oscillators. We've got a stretched MACD, which is fairly close to the high that we saw back in November, when the stock reached a peak back then in the November-December time frame. And then also off this uptrend, you can see put in this reversing black candle, and did so, by the way, close to this reaction high back in early January. So you've got a little bit of price resistance as well. Now, if you do decide you want to take a position on the short side, any kind of a move above $42 would certainly get my attention. You can see the big selling that took place back in mid-December on very, very heavy volume. The reaction high off of this was up to about the $42 level. The high in early January was about $41.60, and then Friday's open and high right around that $41.80 area. So from $41.80 up to about $42, maybe a couple pennies over $42, it's going to be some pretty serious resistance. And if Best Buy is able to break above that, I'd probably just lick my wounds, move to the sidelines, and look for another trading opportunity. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. Be sure to check out our chart of the day every day at investedcentral.com. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly Market Pulse newsletter and have the chart of the day emailed directly to you. Happy trading.